Interesting stabbing happened in one of our most notorious prisons in California. Let's see if I got the article on this one. Calipatria. Calipatria, as you know, Munchie, is a prison that, as they say, be rocking and rolling.
Garza works Sea Yard, one of 4 recreation areas at Calipatria State Prison in California.
I responded on this yard alone to numerous stabbings, staff assaults. I've been involved in a couple of altercations with inmates myself.
A seemingly routine incident on Sea Yard touched off a full-scale prison riot. Inmate Mark Gracia is a gangbanger with a reputation for fighting with correctional officers. But on the day of the riot, he claims exercise was the only thing on his agenda.
I went to yard and worked out, ran a little bit. I like to keep my endurance real good. Correctional officer pulled me over, and he was like, let me search you. So I complied. Like, all right, go ahead.
And when I did, I grabbed onto that object, which I knew was a weapon. It was a rod. It was about, I don't know, several inches long. It had a handle on it. Thought it was going to be relatively simple. He started to bring his arms down. When he got to about here, he reached with his right hand and grabbed onto my right wrist. When he did that, at the same time, he swung his left arm back in an attempt to hit me. I used his body weight and his momentum to spin him around to the left, and I placed him on the ground right here in the prone position on his stomach.
He slammed me to the floor. And then I don't know what happened after that.
Within seconds, several other inmates in the yard converge on Harbert, who has Gracia pinned to the ground.
They began kicking me in the head, stomping me. Some of them I could see stomping me in a downward motion. Some of them were kicking me like a soccer ball in the head and upper torso, ribs. At the time, I didn't realize I was being stabbed.
And anybody can get it at any given time. But according to the CDCR, California inmate attacked and killed by 2 other prisoners. A death at Calipatria Prison on November 10th is being investigated as a homicide after an incarcerated person was attacked in an exercise yard. Prison staff responded to Eric Gonzalez and Javier Torres attacking Alex Mercado. Officers recovered 1 improvised weapon at the scene. The 2 alleged assailants have been placed in restrictive housing pending a joint investigation by the Imperial County District Attorney's Office. So on November 10th at 10 in the morning in the exercise yard at Calipatria, 31-year-old Alex Mercado was attacked by these 2 guys. Staff used chemical agents to stop the attack and immediately restrained Gonzalez and Torres. Mercado was taken to the hospital where he later died. Officers recovered 1 knife at the scene. No staff or other inmates were injured. Officials did not disclose what the improvised weapon was. Mercado's official cause of death is under investigation. It says the 3 inmates involved were serving sentences for serious offenses. Well, I looked up one. It says Mercado received in 2022, he was serving a 13-year sentence for second-degree murder, and Gonzalez was serving a life sentence. Okay, Mercado was the one that was killed. Mercado was serving a life sentence with the possibility of parole. That's the one that had a parole date of 2033. And Torres, he was returned on a parole violation. He's serving a 6-year sentence for carjacking as a second striker. He was scheduled to be released in 2027. Torres was.
I know more.
So, if Imperial, you know what I find out that sometimes the county does not pick up the homicide, but they only don't pick it up if you're already doing all day.
Yeah, you already washed up.
Yeah, if you're already washed up, they might not want to prosecute it because it's a waste of money.
Right.
But these guys weren't really completely washed up. Gonzalez, he can get denied parole every single time, but Torres, he was going to come home. He was going to come home in 3 years.
I mean, when your number card is called, though, you know.
Yeah, man, that's that Latino prison politics. Would you say it's more stricter with them? You know, others, whites and blacks, you don't really hear this much with those 4 groups. The other 3 groups.
I mean, the Mexicans will send you more so on crash out missions. You know what I'm saying? Blacks ain't we ain't programming like that, sending our folks on crash out missions.
And I don't think the Asians are either. The others.
Yeah, don't be too much drama with others. They cool and calm collective. We be smooth sailing, man.
And then once in a while, you do hear about the whites. They killed Yogi. Yogi was a historical BGF figure that was released out the shoe after the hunger strike.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And as soon as he got to the yard, he was killed by two ABs. You know, he was, even though he was Latino, he programmed with the blacks, Yogi. But yeah, for the most part, I would say, man, 80% of these stories that we get, Munchie, are mostly Mexican Americans.
Yeah, man. That was a lot of unalivings and all these topics right here. A lot.
And what I don't know though is if this was on a general population yard or on the SN. There is an SNY yard at this prison, and it does go up on the SNYs. It does go up on the SNYs.
No structure, no politics.
Now, one thing, they got pictures of all three of these guys. The decedent, Alex Mercado, has an interesting Trojans, USC Trojans tattoo on his neck. It says Trojans and I guess SC. A lot of people put the SC for South Central.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then Javier Torres, the one that was Javier, which is the one that was coming home. Yeah, he was coming home in 2027. He has the praying hands of Guadalupe. You know, the praying hands tattooed on his neck. He got a couple face tattoos, but I can't make them out. And Eric Gonzalez, no tattoos. The dude that is doing all day, he's got a clean face, clean neck. And the decedent got a couple face tattoos. Can't make them out. I need a higher resolution photo to figure out what these tats are. I was trying to figure out if there's any gang tattoos, but I can't make it out.
Yeah, SC is typical. You know what I mean?
Yeah, anybody can have that SC tattoo with the Trojans.
Mm-hmm.
I know a couple black folks that rock that SC tattoo.
Right.
So, hey, boys and girls,
Don't subscribe to the streets.
you don't want to end up on the prison yard.
Mm-hmm. Stay free.
And this is why it's considered dangerous, right? Someone needs to tell, what was it? We were talking about Diddy on a previous episode that it was too dangerous.
Nah. Oh, yeah. Charlemagne said prison not safe no more. When have prison ever been safe? But it's a picture when Viral is Puffy talking to some inmates and he just cheesing ear to ear. And then, 50 was like, oh, he look happy, smiling in front of them handsome men. Like, man, 50 gonna take all, man. I love it though.
Yeah, Diddy is programming. I believe he's in the camp because they got two prisons at that particular one. Even though it says USP, I don't think he's in the USP.
Nah, he a small fry.
He's in the camp. The camp has like 200 people incarcerated. The USP has like 1,500.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, I don't know for sure. I posted pictures of him and people are like, oh no, he's in the USP doing that hard time. I'm like, nah, he's in the camp. With the 200 other guys that are in the camp. I'll put some money on that. You want to bet? You want to bet? 100,000. I'll bet you 100,000. You put up 100,000. I'll put up 100,000. That's my best impersonation of who.
Yeah, that weirdo.